Hello, this is Dance Talk Music this week. I'm just going to get right into the lesson. Like I said, everything is already, all the explanations and everything is already in the previous lessons. Um, Last week we did something that I have to clear up just a little bit because it was going a little bit too fast. It didn't like section things out. And that's what I'm going to get into first. And then I'm going to see how far I can go, maybe two or three of the lessons this week. Thank you. One second. Okay, I did a move like this, okay? However, in that movement, you could, a lot of people, to understand a little better, a lot of people when they do dance steps, I'm not just talking about dance steps because I've taken karate lessons, I've taken a lot of different lessons. I love lessons. Um, they talk about weight. Put your weight on this. Put your weight on this, even in tennis, okay? That's good, but there's also something else. It's not just putting your weight on something, it's also balance. Your weight goes on your legs, but then you have to balance your upper part of your body also. So that's just a little bit more explanation so that you can understand what's going on. And I did a movement where I wanted to do like this, which is in the thriller dance, okay? Something like this, okay? But that's also very complicated. But what I want to do is just break it down so that a movement can be made that would help you to do pretty much all the movements when you have to do something like that. I know the Jacksons do that movement a lot. Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, and I just see him do it a lot, and a lot of other popular artists. So we're going to break it down to where I'm going to show you how to do that, but I'm going to show you where the weight is shifted. Yeah, the weight, but then we also have the balance. So I like to say balance. So what I'm doing now is just breaking it up for you so that you can understand a little bit better. And when I say understand, I mean being able to translate to your body what's going on. Okay. So I'm going to do that one over again. So I'm going to use this balance on this side, and I'm going to exaggerate the fact that this leg is not being used. Okay, and that's the one beat, the slow beat, and then you have your fast beat, and then you have your rhythm beat. Okay, now I'm going to do it with the weight on both sides and balancing, pretty much balancing. When you're on both legs, you're actually balancing your upper body. That's why it's not good just to say where the weight is, because you also have to have a balance of this part of your body. So now I'm going to do it up here. One, this is the slow beat. Then I'm going to do the fast beat, and now the rhythm. Okay, on this one, exaggerating that this leg can be used. Okay, they also do it in karate, so that's why I'm saying it's pretty much for a lot of things. I don't just say the weight, I'm also have the balance. Okay, so here we go. Slow, fast, and then your rhythm. Okay, so that's to clear up last week. And now I'm going to go in further into the dance. Like I said, everything is augmented so that you can not so much understand, so you could develop different movements, okay? And that's what we're really doing, is developing our movements, okay? It could pretty much be used for dance, like I said, karate. I took all different kinds of lessons, so it's pretty much, I call it body movements, okay? Now we're getting into that because it's getting kind of complicated, and we went through all those basics, okay? Next one. Next one, let me express you. Next one, we're going to do our legs. Again, And this one, again, you will see that it's balance and weight, but you don't really have to really worry about it because you'll feel it as you go along. Another thing about these lessons is that you have to understand what's going on, click with what's actually happening. Without the click about what's actually happening, it's going to be hard for you to pick up what's going on. I know that sounds kind of strange. There was another point that will help you understand what's okay. This is a very major point about what I want. It's very fine though, so it's hard for me to explain. You have to, okay, when you're listening to music, okay, and you're dancing, the reason why I dance without music, the theory or whatever with dancing without music is the fact that you're taking something that you usually put your attention to, like listening to the music or doing repetitions that you already practiced, and you're using that energy, it's a very fine line, to do dance without music. So you're taking the energy, just kind of break it down, kind of so you can understand. You're taking something that you used to use, energy or concentration, and you're taking that concentration and putting it in your movements of this dance without music. Now it could be movements. Now you're in a sphere to where you're moving without music, or you're making movements or understanding what's going on when you make movements without music or concentration. So it's pretty much for not just music, not just dancing, but now it's pretty much for any kind of arts that you're doing. It could be dance, it could be tennis, it could be karate or whatever. Okay, to condition yourself. So you're taking that energy. If you followed everything, so from 1 to this 9, you understand, and you can only do it when you actually understand. It'll help you better. Is the fact that you're taking something that you used to do and you're using it somewhere else. So instead of listening to the music, you're taking that concentration and putting it into your understanding your movements. So now we're going to go with this one, and I can't really, the explanation isn't actually you interpreting what I am doing. Okay, it's like your body's a pen, I can say, and you're writing on the paper. Okay, so here we're going to go further. I just say things to try and help you understand better. And let me make sure this is on. Okay, so okay. So I'll explain it I'll explain it, then I'm gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm lifting this and I'm gonna put it down, and you just have to notice what's happening. You're not listening to music, you're trying to feel what's happening here. And I'm gonna go up, okay? Then what I have to do in order to make the movement is keep a balance, and this is for the slow one. And then you're putting your foot down delicately and then sliding up, okay? So now I'm gonna go over this fast, the slow, the fast, and the rhythm. And they change, the beats change as it goes faster and it gets more internal, okay? Okay, so that's just, oh, you up. Just slow one more time, okay? And now I'm looking at the audience, and you see the difference when you do just a little extra lesson. I'll do it one more time with the audience in my mind. Okay, now also it's good if you do something with your hands, okay? So we're gonna do it when you kind of mold them, because like I said, then you'll have more control over them. So let's just go like this, and then go down, and then go up. Okay? So now the next one. The next is the fast. And then we have the rhythm, okay? Okay, so that's it. So that's for that one. And the next one I'm going to give is going to be the final one, okay? And it's also going to be, it's the final one, and also I'm going to elaborate on it in the next week, okay? So this is 9, so on 10, it's going to be elaborated on. Now I'm keeping reference to my hands. Now I just got it like this, but I want to keep them in my mind. I just don't want them to just do whatever they want, but I have attention with them, okay? And then the fast. And then the rhythm. Okay? And I did that last one because I don't have to do I don't have to do something as far as what we think is, part of what I'm going to do the next week, because the one that I just did has a lot to do with the next week. So that's it for now. We're moving on really quickly, and we're also in the mindset of not just dance without music, but it also goes into other arts that you might pick: karate, pretty much any physical thing that you have to do as far as body movement. And you notice in karate there's no dance, so that's kind of connecting to the dance without music. However, it still is different because you're not talking about the movement, you're talking about the dance of the movement, something like that, okay? The beat, the completion, things like that they don't say too much in karate. Okay, thank you very much. And that's for this week. Looking for next week. And thanks to all of you who are keeping up with it. I'm not worried about the views now because I know it's going to be popular. I have no doubt in my mind. But then I can relax and I don't have to worry about doing any lessons because all the lessons are done. Thank you very much. See you. Bye-bye.